dealing with this morning, the woman that had the issue of blood, and it is the text is Mark 5:25. Mark 5:25, resolving your issues. Mark 5:25 says this, and a woman was there who had an issue of blood for 12 long years. Can you imagine having an issue for 12 years or better? And that issue caused you to spend everything that you had on people that was going to help you, but it ended up, as the text said, it got worse, not better. You looked around and there was no one left because of the issue that you were dealing with. Now, this woman had the issue of blood. That made her, in many ways, that she could not be with other people because of the religious rites and understanding of the Jewish law. The fact is that her issue of blood made her such that, look, you can't be around everybody else. As a result of this, you're now isolated. You don't have fellowship. We can even say that this woman doesn't have any family or a widow possibly. And she's been dealing with this thing for 12 years. Because here it is, the Levitical law says that you're unclean. How many of you have ever dealt with a situation, an issue that just rendered you almost powerless? I can't get to the place where I can ever resolve the issue. How can I resolve this issue that I'm dealing with? I think the woman with the issue of blood can teach us at least three things. The first thing is you've got to be willing to break out of that situation. You got to be willing to break out of that situation. It's right in the text. Verse 27 tells us that she heard about Jesus and she came out of that situation, came up behind him. Remember, now she's not even supposed to be in crowds. She's unclean. Her issue has rendered her unclean. But she pulls, after she hears about Jesus, she says, look, I'm going to break out of this situation. No matter how bad it is, I'm going to determine right now I'm breaking out. Here's the second thing that I think that we can grab from understanding how you resolve your issues is to do as she did in verse 29. She broke through. She had a breakthrough. In verse 29, after she touches the hem of Jesus' garment, then the blood, the issue she felt in her body was immediately taken care of. Now, I want you to understand something. Touching the hem of the garment. There's so much has been said about that, her being on the floor, her being on the ground, she touching the hem of the garment. I need you to understand, though, what that really means. Most of the times we just talk about just touching the hem, what have you. The hem in that time was in a priestly garment or in a prophet garment. They believe that the hems, the things that fall down from the hem of the garment of the priest, had healing virtue in it. And as he moved and swayed about, then there would be the hem of that. This is the same thing on wings of an eagle. When Isaiah talks about the wings of an eagle, he's really talking about the hem of the garment as well. She is saying, having this knowledge, that she has this cultural knowledge that she has, she says, all I got to do is get to the hem of the garment and I'll touch him. I'll touch him. If I can get to the H-E-M, I'll touch the H-I-M. So she then has a breakthrough because she has the understanding of what that means. The third thing in resolving your issues, I want you to notice something that happens in verse 33 of the 5th chapter of Mark. Notice this, that Jesus inquires, something went out of me. Virtue left me. My healing grace left me. I usually regulate it because I am the one that is now delegating it. I'm the one that is now depositing it. Somebody took a withdrawal from my healing virtue, and I'm not sure where that came from, because I'm always the one that's doing the distribution. Somebody came up and made a withdrawal. Now, here's what I need you to see in verse 33. She was willing to step up and make public what she had been dealing with and who she was by simply saying, it was me. Sometimes you have to be willing to go public with your stuff. Holding it in and keeping it a secret does not always resolve your issues. In fact, like the woman with the issue of blood, it can make it worse. The enemy finds a place to grow in darkness. A seed, whether good or bad, must be first hid in darkness in the soil before it can germinate and grow. There are times when you're trying to resolve your issues and you are holding them in, keeping them to yourself. They end up growing to the point that they dominate you, that you don't want anybody to know about it, and therefore you never get any resolution. There are times when you simply have to say, I'm coming clean. This is what I'm dealing with. Y'all can you can like me or not. This is what I'm dealing with because I need to get a breakthrough. I need to break out so I can push back with all of what you all may say about me with my issue. That's what she did. And she got her issues dealt with. They were resolved. What's your takeaway this morning? You know, it's always the text, the talk, and the takeaway. Resolving your issues is up to you and Jesus and nobody else. That's what she did. Look, I'm forgetting all about all of what you may think of me. I'm forgetting all about the fact that you may see me unclean. And I'm forgetting it. I'm going to resolve this. And it's just between me and Jesus. Forget y'all. Jesus is going to give me the resolution to my issues. The Lord be with you today. May His face shine upon you, give you peace. Please share the manna with one other person. And just a little note, on Wednesdays, First Lady and I are beginning to do a midweek morning prayer on my personal page. I'd love for you to join with us on that 15 minutes of prayer, 7:15 to 7:30. God bless you. Have a great day. Bye now.